So some pretty crazy stuff has come more out about the whole Kris Tyson situation, and to be honest, it doesn't really surprise me. More things come out. This is how these sort of things develop. It's like the whole Doctor Disrespect situation. These type of things, and not just that situation, but any situation like this, where things like this, you get like a very small percentage of the story when it first comes out, and then when it actually comes out, it's huge type of stuff. So more stuff over time gets put out. Either that's because other victims feel the time okay. You know, if another person's come out from this particular person, then it's my turn to come out while I can still have the chance to actually tell my side of the story of what happened. That's why you'll notice in a lot of cases when these type of things come out, you'll normally see over a set amount of days, people actually will come out and say their side of the story, what that particular person has done to them, and abused them, and stuff like that. It's more of a like, this person's come out, so I can come out now, and it'll be more comfortable for me to do this. However, another person apparently has come out as well, and pretty much said that they were involved with the original person, Lava CS. His name was Lava. Now, I think this was unconfirmed. This was confirmed not to be true, but he did post on Nathan W. posted on Twitter. It did go obviously viral. Now Lava, I don't know if he has posted more updates. I think he has posted an hour ago. I think he replied to Keemstar. He did, yeah, he did. So this is him replying to the new allegations that have come out from this Nathan W. Yes, I know him. A lot of statements he made in that video about me are completely untrue. I was friends with him. We played games together and worked on the Discord. He was later removed from the Discord because of how unstable he was. He would lash out and verbally attack other members of the team. I never sent any contract, and I have not been under any NDA since 2022. Yeah, this person was claiming that because he worked for Mr. Beast, that he was under strict NDAs. He couldn't mention anything. Doesn't matter what it was. He couldn't mention anything. Obviously, this guy's come back and said, no, that's not true. I wasn't under any strict NDAs whatsoever, since then. And it's not really uncommon for NDAs to go ahead. Mr. Beast and many other teams and close teams, they don't want their shit leaking. They don't want anyone to go, hey guys, Mr. Beast is uploading this video next week, check it out and stuff like that. And you gaining your fame off of, leaking something that could have taken hours and a lot of money to put work into, and you've just spoiled it, stuff like that. So it's kind of understandable why they would be put under an NDA. I've not received any payment nor any of my socials monetized. I did inform him that he may be offered a job to help did inform him that he may be offered a job to work in Minecraft videos around the time but never happened. He did scrub the Discord clean. We did not scrub the Discord clean of racists, remarks or porn. We did convert the Discord from private to public in a day after it had been made public. This involves setting up moderation bots and channel permissions. We also had never done unpaid work at no point was there any agreement that we would need to be paid for anything we worked on. Nathan has since deleted his Discord messages between me and him. He also deleted his original Discord account. Nathan was more involved with Jake Viking, and then he puts a video out. Now, Jake Viking obviously has been pretty vocal about this. Now, some people are commenting, some guy called Jim Boy, You are groomed, it's okay to admit it. Kris can't hurt anyone. Gen Z cancelled him. So a lot of people are coming out, and now I'm not saying this Lava GS is lying, but again, it comes down to this another statement, doesn't it? People who have been groomed won't realise they have, or maybe they don't realise the severity of the grooming. Now, again, this Lava GS could be telling the truth. Again, it's sort of between him and Kris Tyson, type of thing. It's not really anything the public can sort of judge on. Now, do I think he was being, again, I don't know. People can, again, or people who have been groomed and have been in them sort of situations can feel shitty. They can feel like they haven't been groomed, and they sort of clench onto the defense of that particular person. Now, again, he did come out with a statement, and I respect this guy for doing this. He's been he replied very quickly to that tweet, the original tweet that Drama Alert posted, which said that sort of stuff. So, obviously, that allegation may be cleared up now. Now, obviously, there are more allegations. However, Kris Tyson did actually respond. He responded multiple hours later to the original tweet, which it doesn't help the case. I only read the original tweet. I think it was almost 3-4 hours later he decided to put this in his tweet, which is very weird in my opinion. I don't know why it took you that long to actually put that in the original tweet. Yeah, he mentioned absolutely nothing in the original tweet. He mentioned absolutely nothing about the fact that the grooming allegations or these allegations that are against him. He just pretty much said, I'm sorry I offended anyone. It's my best interest that I, permanently leave the Mr. Beast team. Okay, that's fair enough. And then almost, 3 hours later, I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations, Lava GS, has vocally supported that they are false. Having said that, I humbly apologise to anyone I have hurt with unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and those to anyone who feel betrayed by how I used to act online. To lump these videos together to create a narrative that my behaviour extended beyond bad edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. In the past years, I've learned that my old humour is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on yourself. That is true. I got to respect him for saying that. Unfortunately, people do judge you based on your past, and it's best to kind of try and delete that old self of yourself. I'm pretty sure that's maybe why he deleted his older tweets, or deleted his tweets to begin with, because I'm guessing it contains some of the old tweets. I'm not saying it's a new thing. Very famous celebrities have been exposed for dumb shit they've said back in 2013. It's no real new thing. I think Justin Bieber's probably said some stupid shit back then. It's not really a surprise. Famous people, not even just famous people, but people as well. I've said some dumb shit on Twitter, and they're probably still out there. Now, obviously, I'm not going to have the same impact, but still, you can search up anyone's tweets. You just do a quick search. Oh, did he say this particular word? It's very easy to find people's tweets and what they've previously said. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at Mr. Beast, which is why I have stepped away. So these ones were over a certain set time, it looks like, and this is, I don't know why on earth it took you almost 3 hours later to just pretty much say that you never groomed this person. Anyway, I don't know, maybe you were trying to piece to piece. Now, obviously, Mr. Beast has actually replied. He's commented on the situation. No, I kind of thought, maybe he's just busy doing something. You know, again, he is a busy guy. He's probably working on videos. He hasn't got time to sort of deal with... And I know it's very close to him, but he hasn't got time to be like, oh, for fuck's sake, Kris Tyson, you know, what are you doing now? You know, what bullshit are you involved in? However, Mr. Beast gave his statement about this situation, and you know what? It ain't a bad thing. Over the past few days, I've become aware of serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behaviour online, and I am disgusted and not opposed to such unacceptable acts. So it looks like he has been aware. I'm not really surprised he has been aware, to be honest. I mean, dude works with him. You know, they speak pretty much every day, I'm sure. During that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken an immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with Mr. Beast. I do not condone or support any of these appropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigation to the necessary time to conduct the comprehensive investigation, and will take any further actions based on their findings. Oh, okay then. So it looks like he's going like that. He's going down that route. I like to see that. That's pretty cool. You know, he's not messing about. You know, again, these are pretty bad for his business. You know, it's not a surprise. I mean, it is a business after all, let's be honest. The Mr. Beast channel, it is a business. He is making money from it. Well, yes, it's bringing that money in, and then he may pump a lot of it out, and obviously he's going to keep some for himself. Why not? If you're going to go through that whole hard work, you wouldn't pay your team or you. So yeah, that's pretty cool to see. I like that. You know, I don't know if he's going to allow Kris Tyson back if they don't find any sort of things about the situation. Yeah, I don't know. Will Mr. Beast be like, oh, you can come back now? They haven't found really anything serious or anything like that. Who knows? Again, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be posting an update if they do find anything. Yeah, obviously people are posting down below their stuff on this sort of thing. Now, it's a good thing. I'm glad he's responded. It helps bring more light to the situation. Now, I don't know what parents are going to think of this sort of stuff, and I'm sure they aren't very happy about it to begin with. You know, it is kind of a kids' channel as well. A lot of underage people do watch the whole Mr. Beast channel. So it can be a bad impact for that also. But I'm glad to see that he has responded to the situation, and that is sort of out now, which I am, again, very glad. Now, there have been rumours that Mr. Beast there's a podcast rumour flying around about him talking about a famous artist, is a famous, I don't know. The Cash Me Outside girl, if you know that sort of trend back then, she was on Dr. Phil. I think she was 14 at the time. Now, they made kind of an edgy joke, although it seems to be sort of a very shortened clip and pulled out of context. Again, a lot of stuff you do see online, if it's a very short piece, it may be out of context. I think people need to learn what, context is. It means like sort of more added stuff. If something that's out of context, it could really blow that sort of thing to pieces. But I think there is. I've never seen the video personally, but the podcast it was back then, wasn't it? However, one of the people from the podcast, Leon Lush, actually came out and gave their opinion on it, pretty much saying that what he said was sort of an edgy YouTube joke, which, again, he did come out. Sure, I should know better, but my life is full of questionable shit. to get a reaction from people as a former fat funny guy that needed some attention to boost my self-worth. So yeah, I'm kind of glad this sort of stuff has come out. That's a very good thing. The Leon Lush. Now, yeah, this is from like sort of edgy YouTube time, when people actually used to make edgy jokes, even if them edgy jokes may border whoa type of bullshit. Although it looks like from the actual cleared up video that Leon Lush did post on Twitter, he's put the actual context in there so it's more easily understandable. Now, there was a video going viral of a former Mr. Beast employee pretty much saying that Kris Tyson wouldn't leave because of something to do with legal action. This guy went to the actual Mr. Beast compound where they film their videos and stuff like that. Now, I rumored that apparently a former employee. That was apparently confirmed by Drama Alert. I don't know how true that is or not. It's Drama Alert, but for fuck's sake, it might not be truthful whatsoever. However, yes, they do. Apparently, it is rumored that a former employee said there's going to be a lot of shit coming out. Now, I can't tell if they were just doing that to gain some followers and stuff like that, or gain some clout. We are in a generation these days where people see numbers on a screen and their eyes light up. So it's no wonder people take an opportunity like this and just say stupid shit, and add more fuel. Add more fuel to the fire with nothing really there, or no reason for you to do it. No reason for you to add more fuel to the fire because it's still burning well. So I don't know. There is again more this sort of stuff. I mean, most of it's coming through Twitter, which is okay. It's like it makes it like you have to double take it and look at it again and again. But it does look like there hasn't really been anything big and crazy coming out. YouTube and Mr. Beast are covering up for pedophiles. Okay, that's what someone else put out. I don't know. I think, someone put out face banks. This was during the COD lobby era, internet. Mr. Beast will be pardoned, forgiven. Yeah, people now, as crazy as it may sound to a lot of people, edgy YouTube did exist, unfortunately. A lot of YouTubers used to make edgy jokes, sometimes bordering on, whoa, what the fuck type of stuff. That's obviously why they're edgy. Some YouTubers, like this was like, I mean, I think Mr. Beast apparently in the clip was like 19 or something. I don't exactly know. I think he's 26 now, is he? I don't know. 25, 26 is he? I think. So obviously back then, 19, you're still a teenager, let's be honest. You're a very young adult. You're still learning the ropes of life. You are going to say some dumb shit. I think he was 19. Some people are saying 7. I don't know how old he is now. This was in 2017, I think, though. So, yeah, you say some stupid shit. You say some edgy joke that, to try and make people laugh on some shitty-ass podcast. Again, yeah, the YouTube era of... It was like Leafy is here, if you know who he is. They would do sort of commentary YouTube. It was commentary YouTube channel. They would slap some gameplay of themselves playing a game in the background, and they would just commentate over a particular piece of news that came out. So if it was like news, some crazy news that came out, they'd be responding to it and just gave their take on it, while incorporating some edgy jokes in there as well. So it's not really surprising Mr. Beast and maybe Kris Tyson as well have made pretty edgy jokes. Although you've got to be very careful when you're making edgy jokes like that, because some of them can bite you back in the ass. Although it doesn't seem that Mr. Beast was sort of on the serious note. But yeah, these allegations added on to these edgy jokes. But again, sending edgy jokes to someone underage is a little bit different, or like bordering on like sexual edgy jokes, is a lot different from posting them on Twitter. So, you got to be very careful with how you treat a situation. It can blow out of proportion. But yeah, it is true. This was sort of the edgy type of sort of content and things like that. So I'm not really surprised that I think he said something like, you wouldn't fuck a 14-year-old or something like that. I don't yeah. It was pretty wild when he said it. But yeah, context was added. He said at the end, "Oh, I wouldn't too." So it looks like that was cut off. Anyway, obviously there is another video. Apparently, old footage surfaces. If you didn't know this footage exists, or you didn't know that Mr. Beast used to be like this, it's quite clear you're quite a new fan. Mr. Beast started his YouTube channel off. Yeah, he did start his YouTube channel off actually giving money to people, but he also started his YouTube career, or sort of went through his career like in 2016, 2017. I think 2018 he started moving on to the content he does now. But back then, for almost 2 years or so, I think, he would make videos like saying subscribe 100,000 times, saying like 100, type of things. He would say a particular word for a set amount of times. He would also do stupid shit on these videos. It's, again, he did the 1,000-degree knife challenge, I think. Back then, this is when people used to sort of trend hop. I'm pretty sure that's what he tried to do. Now, back then, I think he was called Mr. Beast 6000 as well. And, he used to say some pretty edgy jokes. That was kind of his channel and his content back then. I think he was on like 600,000 sub. He skyrocketed, to be honest with you. And he would sit on a sort of live stream, and there obviously would be this massive Asian guy on the wall, which obviously became quite a hit classic, that. But yes, this is how Mr. Beast kind of came on the come up. It's not really surprising that he dropped edgy jokes. I'm sure his fan base back then, if there is any of them originally now, I'm not too sure, were probably pretty edgy back then as well. Again, YouTube wasn't a place. 2016 was an edgy-ass fucking year. We had fidget spinners, for fuck's sake. I think, was that 2017? Either way, one of them fucking years, either way. We had fidget spinners. We'd fucking spin them fuckers all day, like, okay, maybe that wasn't edgy, but still, it pissed people off. It was enough to annoy people, fidget spinners. So, it's not really surprising he said some edgy stuff. But yeah, community cut. Jimmy says afterwards, I was hoping you guys, one of you guys, I wouldn't do if she's young. But yeah, it's a pretty crazy and sad thing to see all of this. That's one thing I'm kind of finding weird as well. Kris Tyson did say that we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from the Mr. Beast channel, and Mr. Beast just said, "Well, I fired Kris Tyson over the past few days." So I don't know. I think I don't want to see the fall of Mr. Beast. I think some people are hoping the fall of Mr. Beast. They're hoping that Mr. Beast gets exposed for something bad and that it ruins his reputation. I don't know why people are hoping for that. I mean, this guy does good. He probably was a prick back in the day. I think a lot of people were probably pricks when they were quite young, even in their late teenage years. You learn stuff over the years, and I'm sure he's become more mature as he's helped people out over the years. But yeah, I don't want to see Mr. Beast drop off, or I don't want to see Mr. Beast fall off, or anything happen to Mr. Beast's YouTube channel or anything like that. I still want him to create content and bring the content that people enjoy and do these stupid challenges, but they're entertaining. You know, I'm glad to see that he has responded, and that's a very good thing. It's kind of understandable why he did take a little bit of time to respond. He's a busy guy after all. He's doing shit. He's got shit to do. He doesn't really have the time to be messing about with these types of situations. But that's probably why he's hired a private investigator. He's like, I don't want to go fishing for this myself. Let the investigator do their work. And if they find anything, then I'll take the action. Now, I don't know if they're going to rehire Kris Tyson back or they're going to be introduced back. I don't know that. However, these type of things are quite serious, and yeah, it's understandable. He's taking action, and he's like, yeah, I'm not messing around with this whole thing. Yeah, I hope so. And Mr. Beast is... But Mr. Beast... Oh, this is from the post-millennial. Mr. Beast speaks silence, hires investigators to collect inquiry into grooming allegations against trans sidekick. Trans sidekick. Post-millennial. That is crazy. Trans sidekick. I know the Rolling Stones actually blamed the fact that they were fired on transphobia. They blamed pretty much these allegations coming out was to do with transphobia. Now, I do agree that these allegations, people have been very transphobic to people, trans people. Unfortunately, trans people are going to get hate from this. Yes, I don't know why, but it's just an unfortunate thing. I think that's just how it is, unfortunately. The best thing to do is, Kris Tyson should have come out and said, I don't want any... I don't want any hate for the trans community and stuff like that. But obviously, some content creators were criticised for the fact they were taking a little too long to address the situation, but they addressed the Dr. Disrespect situation more fast. I don't know, this whole situation has been one big crazy thing. I'm sure Mr. Beast has been looking through all of this, and again, he's probably just as confused as a lot of people. Some people just don't know who to believe, and to be honest, from a certain standpoint, I don't either. It's very confusing. You got one person saying these allegations, you got another person saying these allegations. It can be annoying. Yeah. Obviously, Mr. Beast. Andrew Tate and Andrew Tate exposes Mr. Beast and every top streamer. He says they're all not allowed to talk about the Kris allegedly. Yeah. But it's a sad reality. I just hope the investigators do their work, and if they don't find anything, let's clear this up. And again, I don't know what will happen to Kris Tyson or Ava Tyson in this whole allegation thing. I guess we'll have to see what happens.